Hi and welcome to this episode of AGR Tech 1. I'm Moisio, and in today's tutorial you're going to be learning how to turn on your PC with just one tap of your smartphone. Let's get started.
Okay, so in order for this project to work, there are a couple of prerequisites which we will need. The first and foremost thing we need is to make sure that you are connected through Ethernet. If you are connected on a wireless network, then this will not work. So you must have Ethernet connection on your computer. Next, we're going to need to enable a feature called Wake-on-Lan, which is present in most modern network cards. Wake-on-Lan basically allows you to send packets over the network to remotely power on a computer. There are many circumstances where this can be very useful. For instance, you could have your home laptop or your home computer and then your work computer, and then when you're heading over to work, you can turn on your work computer. Or if you have multiple servers, you can turn those on whenever you need them. So for instance, if you have a backup server like I do, you can remotely turn it on when you need to and then have it back up all of your files. So there's a lot of useful circumstances for this. Now, this particular tutorial will only focus on doing this on a LAN network. So this will only be on your home network. If you want to do this anywhere in the world, just in any place, and use 3G and other networks, then you'll need to set up port forwarding on your router. Now that's a little bit more complicated, but I will make another tutorial if you guys want, and that will cover how to do it with port forwarding. But for this particular tutorial, we will only be focusing on doing it on a LAN network. So the first thing that you want to do is enable Wake-on-Lan. So to do that, head over to the Start menu and then type in Device Manager, and then click on it, so you'll end up with a window like this. Once you see this window open up, you should see a list of all the different types of drivers on your computer. We want to go to the Network Adapters tab and then click on this arrow to expand the list. Here you will see all of the network adapters installed on your computer. For me, I've also got VMware as well as VirtualBox and TeamViewer, but you will probably not see those. Once you're in this window, you want to find your manufacturer. So for me, it's Realtek PCI GBE Family Controller. Right click on it and then select Properties. Once you see this window, it should say this device is working properly. If not, you want to make sure that the driver is updated by going to Driver and Update Driver. Once that's done, go to the Power Management tab and tick all of these three boxes. Allow the computer to turn off this device to save power, allow this device to wake the computer, and only allow a magic packet to wake the computer. Once all of those three settings are checked, go ahead and click on OK. Now we need to find our computer's MAC address or physical address. This is similar to an IP address, although it's the address of your network card. So we're going to need that. So go ahead and go to the Start menu and then type in Run and then CMD. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Run, then type CMD and then hit Enter. And you see a command window open like so. Once you're in a command prompt window like this, you want to type in Get MAC Together, just like that, and then hit Enter. You should see a list of all your network cards appear as well as their appropriate MAC addresses. Generally, it's the first one on the list, but for you, you'll probably only see one. So once you've gone ahead and found your MAC address, which like I said, it's generally the first one on the list, go ahead and write that down on some paper because we'll need that later. Make sure you get everything exact, so the capital letters as well as the numbers and the dashes, because we will need those later. Once you've written down your MAC address, you can go ahead and close out of the command prompt window and restart your PC. So in this, I'll see you guys in the next step, and the next step is to configure our BIOS to allow Wake-on-Lan.
Okay, so once we've gone ahead and done those steps, we need to go into our computer's BIOS. So make sure your PC is shut down like mine, and we need to enter the BIOS. Now, depending on what computer you have, what manufacturer it is, the BIOS is different for each computer. So generally it's a button like F12, F2, Escape or Delete. And that will get you into your BIOS. But whenever your PC boots up, you should see a small splash screen with the manufacturer's name, and then it'll say press any key to continue or press F12 to enter BIOS or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and power on my PC, and for me it's the delete option which gets into the BIOS. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that. So unfortunately this step is different since we all have different computers, so the setting is going to look very different for you. But I'm in my BIOS here, and this is the MSI military class 4 motherboard. So if you've got this motherboard, the steps will be the exact same. But if yours is different, then you of course need to look through your specific BIOS. Now, like I said, the setting is going to look very different on each BIOS. Generally, it's under Wake-on-Lan. It could be under PME device, or it could be under the actual network card itself. So for me, it took quite a while to actually find it. But if you do have troubles, Google your specific motherboard and then search Wake-on-Lan, and you should be able to find it, or refer to the manufacturer's manual. So I'm going to go to my settings and then go to boot, I think it is. Okay, that's not it. So I'm going to go back, and it's under advanced, and I believe it's under PCI subsystem settings. No, it isn't. Settings, and if you go to, I'm pretty sure it's under advanced, wake up event setup, and resume by PCI or PCIe device, and that is set to enabled. So that is the correct setting for my specific board, and once that's done, you can go ahead and close out of your BIOS, and your BIOS may look different. The reason I've got a graphical interface is because I've got a newer motherboard, but a lot of the older motherboards should have just a graphic text appear, and then from there you can choose all your options. But for me, I've got this interface. So once you're done, go ahead and click save and exit, and I'm going to go save changes and reboot. And once that's done, you can pretty much power down the PC. So I'm going to go ahead and save changes and reboot, and yes. And you also need to power off your computer, because we're going to be turning it on with our Android phone. So once our PC restarts, you want to go ahead and shut it down straight away. So I'm just going to let mine boot up and boot into Linux. And on the phone, we need to download an application called PC Auto Waker. You'll have this application on your home screen. I'll have a link down in the description where you guys can download it. So I'll just real quick shut down my PC, and I'm going to go ahead and hit shutdown, so you guys can see that it is indeed shut down. Okay, so on the application that we have, we want to go ahead and open it, and we want to click on Add PC, and make sure that your phone is connected to the same wireless network that your PC is connected to. Otherwise, this will not work. Now, it's going to prompt you for a computer name. I'm just going to call this one PC, and then click Next. And you'd probably call it Home PC or Work PC or Server or whatever it is. Now, once you see this MAC address prompt, you want to delete all of the zeros that are pre-filled in these boxes, and then go ahead and type in your MAC address and type that out. So I'm just going to pause this video and come back once I've typed it in. Now, also, once you click Next, it's going to prompt you if you want to always power on the system whenever you're connected to the network. You want to hit no, unless of course you want to do that, and then it's going to ask you if you want to power it on now. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video and come back once I've finished the configuration. Okay, and now for the moment of truth. So we've gone ahead and configured our Android device with the application settings. Now we're going to go ahead and look it up. So you guys can see this is my PC right here. It is completely off. Everything is shut down. If you can see the monitors, they're all down as well. So everything is shut down. So let's go down to the PC here, and we're going to open up PC Auto Waker, and then hit the entry, and then select Wake, and I'll just zoom in here, guys, and you guys can see my PC is lighting up, and the PC is turning on. So that is working. And now if we quickly look up at our PC, you guys can see it is booting up. So I've got my bootloader here, so I've got Linux Mint and Windows 7 in a dual boot. So it's booting up. So I'm going to just go ahead and choose, okay, it's booting into Linux now. And that's it. There you go. You can now remotely turn on your PC using your Android device. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that like button below, and also share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And also check out my website, agrtech1.com, for more guides like this. And also check out our new online store, agrtech1.com/store. That's all for this video, and until next time, this is AGR Tech 1 signing off.